Hey guys, what's going on? Zach Casey here, and today I'm going to be talking about intermittent fasting for fat loss. Okay, intermittent fasting is when we're abstaining from caloric intake of any type, liquid or solid, for a period of time, and then within the rest of that day, the time that we have, we're eating within this block. Okay, let me give you an example because it's kind of a confusing concept. If I sleep from 12 until 8 a.m., okay, that leaves me with 16 hours left in my day. Now, most people go about eating normally. They'd wake up, they'd have breakfast, they'd go a few more hours, have a snack, maybe lunch, go a few hours, have another snack, and then finish off the day with dinner. Okay, what we know is when you eat like this, your body is never going through this starvation mode where you need to use fat. Okay, we have this mechanism built in where we store fat because it's a precious resource to us. But nowadays, because of the abundance of food, we never go through these periods of starvation where we need to use these stores, and people are just obese and we have so much extra fat on us, it doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good, and it's terrible for our health if we have too much of it. Okay, what we need to do is force ourselves into some type of survival mode, whether that be high intensity exercise or intermittent fasting, in order to get rid of this fat loss in a slow and safe, effective manner. Now, when I say slow, I don't mean long periods of time. Everyone wants to shed this weight as fast as possible. But slow is in we're not going to be able to lose it all in 1 day or 2 days. It's going to take a few weeks. But if you do it the right way, guys, you can lose this fat very, very quickly, which is the way I did. I'll show you guys my transformation at some point down the road. But when I first started losing body fat, it was only with intermittent fasting and a little bit of exercise. Okay, so here's how we're going to manipulate our diet for intermittent fasting. What you're going to do is you're going to block off your sleep period. Okay, say it's 6 or 8 hours. That counts toward your fast because you're not eating when you're sleeping unless if you're hooked up to some weird device, which, I don't know, that's weird. But okay, so that'll be that small period of time where you're not eating. Okay, and then when you wake up, I know people say, well, breakfast is the most important part of the day, but not if you're trying to lose fat. As soon as you eat that first meal, insulin's going to spike, blood sugar's going to spike. Your body doesn't need that food right in the morning. You're going to start storing fat, and you're going to go right through this process again, which you don't want to go through. Instead, skip breakfast, and let's try and accumulate up to 12 to 14 hours on our first few fasts. So that'll push us back to probably early afternoon, 1 or 2 p.m. And what we're going to do is between 2 p.m. and on, let's go ahead and have our normal meals. Make sure they're still healthy meals. We don't want to be gorging on unhealthy foods. But now that we've waited, we've gone through a period of fasting where our body has been forced to utilize stored body fat for energy. Okay? Now, what about consecutive days for intermittent fasting? Do you want to do it every day, 2 days a week, 1 day a week? Well, guys, remember, this is intense. This is kind of like exercise. When you first start, you're going to have stomach cramping. You might get a little lightheaded. Your blood sugar may be a bit volatile. So this is something that, like I said before, I'm not a medical practitioner. If you need to seek a medical specialist prior to doing that, go ahead and do so. But when you're not eating, your blood sugar is naturally going to drop. So like I've said before, add cinnamon into maybe coffee or something with no calories in it. Drink plenty of water, okay? And if at any point you feel like you're going to pass out and die, make sure you do break that fast. You don't want to risk your life for any reason. But is there going to be challenging points that you need to push through? I'll talk later in another video about the hormones and the signaling in terms of how we get the hunger sensing. But your body's going to get this point where it's going to say, hey man, feed me. I'm so used to being fed at this time of the day. Where's my food? And it's going to go through this slight starvation period. But remember, this is an intermittent fast. This isn't chronic fasting. We're not fasting for 3, 4, 5 days. That's insane. We're just doing a small intermittent fast throughout the day to tell our body, hey, things are fine. Let's start getting used to running on fat for energy. Okay, those are some of my thoughts on intermittent fasting. I'm going to make a later video, a multiple part series on how to intermittent fast for fat loss, but that's kind of an explanation about what it is it effective, hell yes it is, okay, and do I personally support it, and that is a yes. Okay guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, please subscribe if you like videos just like this, and PM or DM me if you guys have topics that you'd like to hear from me. Have a great day guys.